in for just his fourth cap today, taking their fourth penalty. And he's hit the bar. The first to miss from the spot. Dwayne Atkinson can't convert for Jamaica, and that could be so costly. Teammates go across to console him. That will hurt. It didn't miss by much. Off the top of the bar and behind from Atkinson. Trophy. Still, there's never been any other name on the Unity Cup. 21 years since it was...
Yes, there's never been any other name of that Unity Cup. We keep playing that all the time so you can see for yourself and say, yes, the Super Eagles are good to go, but are they really ready to go? I could say it's a transfer time, it's a summertime. You know, the FIFA Club World Cup coming up next, that's the key now. But for Super Eagles of Nigeria, they need to fall down for the do like this because I don't even know where they go from here. The next game is scheduled for, you know, the 6th of June, and that's a friendly. But I tell you news, I don't know if it's a good news to say, some players are now dropped. But when they, is the word dropped? You know when they sack you, they fire you, or they let you go on join. That's the way you can put it. But when they dropped, when they asked to leave camp, did they leave with a genuine reason? Everything on the show we're talking about. But guess what? Key players, like 4 big names in the national team. Welcome to the Sports Republic show. My name is Kizzy K. Good morning, depending on where you're watching from. Anyways, yes, let's start with this one. 6 players, like 6 players withdraw from Russia friendly, and that's the game coming up very soon. According to Nigerian Football Federation, the NFF, several withdrawals and injuries to some players have combined to alter the list of players who will appear for Nigeria's Friday international friendly against Russia, and that will be Moscow. 6 players, including the likes of Ola Aina, Wilfred Ndidi, Samuel Chikoise, Kelechi Iheanacho, Sadiq Umar, and Nathan Tella have been excused from the squad as the team landed in Moscow on Monday. That's yesterday. Now, the Super Eagles are in Russia for their 3rd game of the window. after their triumph in the Unity Cup in London. In the rear guard, Captain William Troost-Ekong is in Moscow, alongside Bright Asai Samuel, Onyemaechi Bruno, Simi Ajayi, Igor Ogbu, Nottingham Forest Ola Aina. Everybody knows that excused himself from the friendly, and coach Eric Chell had to draft in the Unity Cup for just bringing in that guy, Sadiq Ismaila, that's the dough, and also Benjamin Frederick, former international, let's say former junior international. Frederick impressed in his debut at home, Brentford player, and it was great to watch. But moving on, in the midfield, injury to Wilfred Ndidi has handed Enugu Rangers ace Saviour Isaac the opportunity to shine. Isaac is a key member of the Eagles B who will participate in the African Nations Champions Final in August. He will join Frank Onyeka, Rafael Onyedika, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Chris Santos Uche, and Papa Daniel Mustafa to fight for shirts in the middle of the pack. At the 4, Unity Ace Chukwueze and Iheanacho have excused themselves to attend to family issues. I tell you, we'll bring you that very list so you can see for yourself, and you will see the list of players who will be making it out to that very game. I don't know. And yes, now at the 4, the up front, you could say the front line, Unity Ace Samuel Chukwueze and Iheanacho have excused themselves to attend to family matters, while Spain-based Omar Sadiq, you have on your screen, has suffered an injury. I don't know why now. Then Nathan Teller, United Kingdom passport is undergoing a renewal process, so he's unable to travel with the team. Yeah, so that's the reason why you won't be seeing Nathan Teller. But everybody knows this situation has left Eric Chell with only Victor Boniface, Moses Simon, Tolu Arokodare in the attack, and he just have to bring in one more man, and he brought in Russian-based former junior international Olakunle Oluwasegun, or Oluwasegun, we call him Olusegun, some call him. He plays for the Krasnodar side. I would like to see this guy play because he plays in Russia, so he knows Russia very well. But the goalkeeping sector is also unaffected, as the first choice goalkeeper, Stanley Mabali, was not listed for the trip in the place as a result of the upcoming burial rites for his late parents. Now, Italy-based Marco Koyo of Udinese and Tanzania-based Amaso Bansache will still fight for the gold tender and also starting shirts. The team, which arrived in Moscow yesterday, will begin training. They already started training today. But you need to know that stadium is a very big place. The match will take place at a 78,000 capacity Luzhniki Stadium, which is the largest football stadium in Russia and the 9th largest in the whole of Europe. So that's the story about the Super Eagles now. But let's talk about the full list. Now, the full list of those players who will be playing in that very game. Okay, you have it on your screen. The head coach of the Super Eagles, Eric Chell, has revealed and he has released a revised squad. It's called the revised squad ahead of the international friendly against Russia. Chell has been forced to reshuffle due to injuries and withdrawals. The team, which arrived in Moscow yesterday, will begin training. And now you have on your screen, let's talk about the goalkeepers. We tell you these guys and their club sides. Madigo Koye plans to trade in Italy for Udinese. Amaso Bansache, Singida, Black Stars, Tanzania. So Singida, the club sounds funny, or Singida. And now also the defender will have by the side Samuel of Fenerbahce SK Turkey, even though he leaves very soon. Onyemaechi is also in the list. Olympiacos Football Club, Greek, Oluwashemilogo Ajayi, West Brom Albion, England, Igor Ogbu, SK Slavia Prague, Czech Republic, William Troost-Ekong, Al Khulud Football Club, Saudi Arabia, Sadiq Ismaila, Remo Stars, Benjamin Frederick, Brentford Football Club, England. Now the midfield is compacted, where we see midfielder Saviour Isaac flies straight for Nigerian MPFL side, Enugu Rangers, Rafael Onyedika, Club Brugge, Belgium, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Lazio Football Club, Italy, Chris Santos Uche plays for Getafe CF in Spain, Frank Onyeka, Augsburg Football Club, Germany, but currently back to the Spain club, Brentford, and Mustafa Daniels, or you could say Papa Daniel Mustafa, plays for Niger Tornado. Now up front we have the likes of, this one is not looking strong, but I don't want to question Eric Chell. If I talk about it, they'll say you're asking him too much question. Let me leave him. Now forward we have Victor Boniface, Bayer Leverkusen, Germany, Moses Simon, Football Club Nantes, France, Tolu Arokodare, KRC Genk, Belgium, Olakunle Olusegun, Krasnodar Football Club of Russia. Now, this you have. Are these guys good enough to play? Are they like what you want to see against the Russian side? But let me tell you the difference between the last game you saw and this one. it's good to see some players involved in this one. It's good to see that some players who joined that Unity Cup are also in this friendly game. But I don't know if Eric Chell is done viewing those set of boys who he just saw for 2 games. And remember, some of them did not play the whole of the games. Now, you have a Russia game. We know that Eric Chell is still trying to find his reading. He still wants to have his first team, which up till date, he still has not found out. Now, where's the way forward now? We play against Russia. That's like the closest, June 6th. And if you win that game, possibly, see, on this record, this thing continues to count. Now, Eric Chell, on the other hand, knows that there's a pressure mounted on me. I know the biggest one is coming up in September. Nigeria play Rwanda here in Nigeria. I don't know the stadium for now. I don't know if they'll play it in Ogun State. If it's going to be in that stadium that people say is cost, like Kwabio Stadium, it's worth laughing anyways, because that place has been so bad for us. Or if we played in Abuja, I don't know. But regardless, let's take the game bit by bit. And right after that game, we know that the next one will be in September. And at the end of the day, I want to believe that Eric Chell can be able to accumulate the squad, get them together, get them right, get that. If it's 23-man squad, you want to call it 25 or 26, I don't know what he has. Get them ready. If you want to have 18, still you know the best. This country, Nigeria, is blessed with a lot of talent. Now you can imagine only up front. Now for this one that we are going to be saying, let's say you have less strikers. Victor Boniface, Moses Simon, who you know is not even a number 9. So on that list, the number 9s we have is just Arokodare, Boniface, and then maybe Olusegun Olakunle. So these are just like the number 9. Moses Simon is a winger, so you put him, but we like to put him forwards, we know. So I don't know who gets to start against Russia. Because the way they kept Boniface, I wonder why Boniface was not in the Unity Cup. I'm wondering why. Like, he should be in the Unity Cup. Boniface is still going through a process. Why is he? I mean, we keep Boniface like he's that, like the next big thing. No disrespect to Victor Boniface, but I'm only saying he still needs to undergo this watch out. We still need to see him play. He's not even gotten that, what's the word, in the Super Eagles jersey. He's not, I don't know. I don't want to say so much, but I don't want to sound nasty about Boniface. But Eric Chell kept him for Russian game. So I believe he'll be the one to start. Now, Tolu Arokodare also, when he plays in Nigeria, people are asking questions like, is this the Tolu we know in Genk? The guy will always say for score that they just, I don't know, like normally for Belgium, if you give a chance to go better, I don't know what he made and just come out. But regardless, these guys need to be in the team. And I know how it works. When you're in the national team, you're playing for the first time in the national team, you need to understand the way this thing goes, the way it works, and then that gives you the edge to be out there. So play more games, get used to the call-up, get used to the jersey, play for the badge. It's a role, it's a responsibility to take for yourself. And I want to believe Olusegun Krasnodar player, if he gets the opportunity to start, he will have to score. But let's talk about the next one, the Unity Cup that we just saw concluded recently. One man is in the news, Brown Ideye. They used to know Ideye for this. Nigerians, we call it Gallas. William Gallas was the first to see. I think the first player that I saw with that head though was what's the name? Davala. I recall the Turkey international. Yeah, before William Gallas. But Gallas made it more popular. Maybe because William Gallas is more, I don't know, maybe because he played for a bigger side, just maybe. That's why he's in the news. Arsenal, we know Chelsea story. But that's hairstyle. We say go back on this place. Yeah. So there's a player that we saw at the AFCON. He came that way, 2013, when Nigeria clinched on it under of blessed memory, Stephen Keshi Okichukwu, who is late today. The last time we clinched on the AFCON, the last time we were African champions was back in 2013. And up to date, we've still not found our footage. Now, I'm talking about winning striker. I call him Brown Ideye. He has praised Super Eagles and Rangers forward Cyrils Kolawole Desert for his impressive display against Ghana in the Unity Cup semi-final. You know what I'm talking about, Cyril Desert. I won't be calling him Cyril Desert. Okay, so people will not think that because it's like this and say they're born out for Belgium, all this connection. No, he might be an half-caste. So we'll call it half-caste. Say half-caste. Say half-caste. You have half-caste. I don't know. So that's what they like to say. But I tell you, he might be looking like one European player. Maybe skin color. Don't get me wrong. I'm not racist anyways. But his name is Cyril Kolawole Desert. If you say Kolawole, you can now deduce to know that yes, he is an integral part of the soil. He's a Nigerian player. He had a very decent Unity Cup. The 30-year-old was recently recalled after missing 10 consecutive matches for the Super Eagles. Upon his return on the score sheet, he wasted no time in putting his name on the score sheet, breaking the deadlock for Eric Chell's side against Ghana as Nigeria sailed 2-1 victory. Now, while Victor Osimhen is considered Nigeria undisputed number one, many fans were impressed by Desert's display at the GTech Community Stadium the last time he played and clamored for the Rangers man. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, to get more minutes for the national team. Now, one of those is former West Bromwich Albion striker Brown Ideye, the AFCON 2013 winner, as pleased with Desert and took to his X handle, or X page, what I could call it, to laud the SPFL Golden Boot winner, revealing he deserves more playing time with the Super Eagles. Now, he's 36. You have him on your screen. That's Brown Ideye. Plans are straight for the MPFL side now, Rangers to be exact. Now, amazing performance from Cyril Desert, as he said. Watching him play in the league, watching him play in his club, he deserves more playing time with the Super Eagles. What a player. Now, question on social media is, do you think Brown Ideye is making sense? I tell you, one could argue that Desert's performance warrants more playing time in the Super Eagles jersey. His 29 goals and 7 assists in 55 games for Rangers across all competition helps his cause. And he's just behind Victor Osimhen, one on the list, let's say, of Nigerian top scorers in Europe. Now, the Super Eagles attack is loaded with several options, meaning there is a high contention, there's a high competition for the number 9 position more than anywhere else on the pitch. You cannot compare the number 9 role to the midfield side, to the defense side. The number 9 role, you'll be like, say, the hot. Who go day front? I'm going to call some names. Olusegun, Olakule, Terry Murphy, Victor Boniface, Peter Olayinka, Taiwo Awoniyi, Paul Onuachu, Tola Rokodare, Victor Boniface, Victor Osimhen. How many do you want to name? How many do you want to number? Now, juggling of numbers alone, Victor Osimhen should be the undisputed starter. Everybody knows. I talked about it yesterday. Why Desert and Rokodare should be second and third choice, respectively. But the Belgian-born Nigerian wasn't invited for the World Cup qualifiers back in March. Generally, Victor Osimhen boasts a solid pedigree. Everybody knows. League winner with Napoli, yes, I know. And also a league winner with Galatasaray, yes. Serie A MVP and also Golden Boot winner. Everybody respects that. And then the CAF Player of the Year Award winner 2023. A feat only Ademola Lookman can boast of in the current Super Eagles squad. Still, Cyril Desert has done well for himself whenever he's been given a chance to wear that Super Eagles jersey, considering that he's the father of, and now that he gets the love of Rangers fans. A deputy positioning for Victor Osimhen should at least, just maybe, guarantee the former Cremonese man looking his wealth of experience to be part of the team. Let me get Cyril Desert's picture fully. I like to see Desert, but let me just, Cyril Desert's picture fully is what I want to see. Yes, that's the man. Cyril Desert. You see how they call him name? It's Cyril Desert. Yes, he's good in what he does. Desert believes the Super Eagles would have remarkable success under Eric Chell. Now, let me quote this man you have on your screen, what he said. Positive, I saw what Eric Chell did at Mali, for example. He said, he made the team play good football, good structure. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do together. I told you before on the show. I recall that I told you, Eric Chell just like say, call this boy. I mean, this man, because 30 years. He called this man because, it's my opinion, please don't get me wrong. I feel like Eric Chell called this man because he wants to just let that talk about Desert just reduce a bit. You know why? Because we've been talking about Desert. We've been clamoring to see Cyril Desert come back to the national team. And I told you the last time he played for Nigeria was against Mali, and Chell was there beside the Unity Cup that we just saw him recently. Now, Chell told us, according to what we heard from the Eagles camp, that he's not in the category or the pedigree of the boys that I want to have. This Eric Chell now is telling us one word again. He said, my team is struggling to understand my pressing style. Gang. Now, please note, Desert has not yet represented Nigeria at the major tournament. Super Eagles have already booked a place at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations to be hosted by Morocco in Marrakech. The 30-year-old is looking to participating in the competition. Now, he said, this is the word that he said that got on me. And I feel like, more reason this guy, more reason he matter forget Pisco. He said, I hope to be there. we've qualified for the Nations Cup, so why not bring Texas for me? He said, I hope to be there. I hope I can help the team there and achieve our dreams together. You see the word together. And of course, it would be a dream to go to the AFCON with Nigeria. That would be one of the last things to finish off my career. It would be really beautiful. You see, Musa will go Nations Cup, and if Musa go Nations Cup, it will be last. What's the name again? Ekong. This will be his last Nations Cup. Cyril Desert. So some of these guys who are aged, like 29, 30, maybe even with Ndidi, this will be their last. But I don't know how Cyril Desert feel now that he's not even in the part of the friendly against Russia. And he did so well. He's the best player so far, if you ask me. Because he's scored a goal and he got an assist. So it's not like I'm exaggerating saying he's the best player, but he's the best player in that Unity Cup. So he should be in that team. Let's make things right. But before we talk about Stanley Nwabali's parents' death, that's the next talk. I'll talk about Eric Chell and also the team struggling. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, the show continues. But you know what we'll show you? We'll show you that penalty, be saying Nwabali didn't even catch one. Some reports say, you know, catch one. Nwabali no good for penalty. Now, when you carry Okoye come, make the change and make Okoye come keep Nwabali come out. Now, go leave Nwabali for that. You know, if you catch one. If you say that ball, don't go balloon, that ball go up. If it not be like that, just stay with us. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back from that quick break. We want to do more with the comment that we are having. A lot of people saying, please show us more of the highlights about the game that was played. The Unity Cup will bring you all, just everything you want to see for yourself so you can see how it went. Which one, who had the best penalty that day? Maybe Bruno Yemechi for me, the way he played the penalty. Well, Ihanachi, I don't know, but we're just lucky on that very game. Playing against the Jamaican side, who I would say they are second fiddles. You don't want to compare the Super Eagles with the Jamaican side. But the good news is that no other team has, unless no other team has been named as the winners of the Unity Cup, only the Super Eagles. The last time was, 2004, and then the other time last week or last weekend, you saw the Super Eagles clinching that very one. But now we'll have to leave you with those clips so you can see for yourself. But make sure you be part of the show tomorrow when we return. The time will be, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. So we'll see you with those clips and everything, and those interviews about what Victor Osimhen and Lookman has said about the national team, and also Eric Chell coming up just a year. Don't go anywhere. I'm signing out. My name is Kizzy K, and yes, I have to say this. I am the only football player without a jersey. I'll see you tomorrow, and that will be 11 a.m.